Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go. Look at this guy. He actually looks good, right? This is not too big. This is on the edge, on the border. Like this is borderline too big. The music though, what the fuck?
Waar ging het?
Saudi Arabia, what's new with you? We bought EA, like EA Sports, the actual company. Yeah, the company that makes FIFA, Sims, Madden, and a lot more. Yeah, we bought it.
They really like sports, right, in the Middle East. Like they do a lot of boxing and a lot of like football. They sponsor it, and you have like these boxing matches in the Middle East, and you have these the World Cup was in the Middle East, I think, or the European Cup. I'm not sure, one of the two.
How much? Some pocket change for us, like $55 billion. What? Yeah, but listen.
What the fuck? $55 billion, boys. That's a lot of do-re-mi.
Listen, a lot of people online say that we bought it alone, but we didn't. So who bought it exactly? So it's between the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, that's led by our crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, but also we're joining in this deal. There's an equity firm called Silver Lake is buying it, and another equity firm called Affinity Partners that is run by Jared Kushner. Who's Jared Kushner? He's Ivanka Trump's husband. Ivanka Trump's, so he's Trump's son-in-law. Whoa, this is a big deal, but is it done? Well, it's expected to be finished in the first quarter of 2027, but we're just waiting for government permission from like the US. But Trump's son-in-law is in the deal, so yeah, it probably will go through. And we will own a big chunk of EA, and now EA will be a private company, not publicly traded. You know what, Saudi, as long as you make games better, not just about microtransactions, I don't think people will mind. Yeah, about microtransactions bring...
No, they don't, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly legal. That's what people do. They buy each other's companies and they try to make it better and make more money or whatever. It's one of the things they try to do, and if they make good games, who gives a fuck, right?
I've been eating nothing but fruits for over a year and a half now, and my body has never felt better. Come with me and see everything I eat in a day as a frugivore.
Let's track and see if you can be healthy.
A frugivore, and only fruits, like that's mostly, like it's like fibers and sugars, right? Not the processed kind, so that's okay, I guess, and like vitamins and minerals. But what the fuck?
On only fruit.
First, I always start off my day with the best way to get hydrated, and that's with the melon family. I typically go with a honeydew because they're the most consistently ripe.
Not the most nutrient-dense fruit, but if you eat a lot, you get vitamin C, vitamin K, iron, magnesium, tons of potassium, and the perfect amount of protein.
Pair that with a cucumber with some sea salt and cayenne, and I'm charged up.
No, a cucumber is not going to charge you up with just water and a tiny bit of vitamin K.
My first post-workout meal, and probably my favorite of the day, is a big old bowl of berries. Variety is really important, so I make sure I get a little bit of everything.
This is something everyone should do. Blackberries and blueberries are some of the best antioxidant sources out there. Fiber and vitamin C, boosted. So far we see a couple things falling behind.
Also, daily sunlight is crucial, so I love to eat my berries outside. I don't take any supplements, so I gotta get that vitamin D from the sun. Next is my first high protein meal of the day. The major protein sources are the quinoa and the chickpeas. I try to keep everything raw, so I only boil the water to sprout the quinoa and soften the chickpeas.
These two together are packing with minerals. Copper, iron, magnesium, zinc, and fiber. Good shit.
Hemp seeds is another complete protein source I throw in the bowl, along with some chopped zucchini and avocado. Top it off with a little flavor from the coconut aminos.
Hemp seeds are a magnesium powerhouse. This is just from 30 grams. Insane.
A little later in the afternoon, it's time for nature's candy.
Some fiber, some potassium, solid quick carbs.
These medjool dates from Whole Foods go crazy, and they pair perfectly with some salted walnut.
Often said to be a good omega-3 source for vegans, but they only have ALA.
But he eats fruits, but he also eats nuts and sort of like beans and shit. So then it makes it a lot better.
Omega-3s. You need EPA and DHA omega-3s too. For that, you need fish or algae.
For a late afternoon snack, I go with the Brazil nuts, sea salt and cayenne on there.
Yeah, eating all of these is not good. Brazil nuts are extremely high in selenium. This is just from 10 nuts. The upper safe limit is 400 micrograms.
So what the fuck is selenium?
Insane levels.
And then after my second workout of the day, I like to rehydrate with apples.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. I need to know. Selenium. It's like an antioxidant. That's what it says. It protects your body from free radicals.
and peaches, and sometimes I
So it's actually good to get it, but he was like he was acting like it was a negative thing.
go with Asian pears, but this week I went with plums. Then to cap off the
Oh,
day,
plums! Those are my favorite fruits, especially in the summer. Then they're really sweet, sour. I really like them, but the summer is over and now they fucking suck. There's no store has a good plums right now. I can't find them.
I finished with another high-protein quinoa bowl.
Normally I get them from the trees. There's a couple of those trees in where I live.
Total B12, time to start taking supplements. Here's just a few very unimportant things that you need B12 for. Who cares? Calcium, actually decent thanks to the chickpeas, mostly. Could be better. Carrots, bro. Eat them. Protein isn't too bad. Both hemp seeds and quinoa are actually complete protein. This was an interesting diet. Some positives that you can add to your own diet and some negatives of things to avoid. Full of more nutrition shit.
Good video.
I've been
I like
eating
it.
nothing but fruits.
Well, I gotta say I like these like health, these like diet and health videos, when they're really informative. Almost. Sugar-free, boys.
Wear them out, Ram.
Look at these guys. Look at them.
Every president in the last 11 promised to bring manufacturing back and to revive the economy. None of them delivered. Mr. Trump isn't going to either. Let's conclude with Mr. Musk, who shows it all. The man has $400 billion. He's the richest man on earth. If you took $100 billion away from him, he'd still be the richest man on earth, but we would have $100 billion with which to do something to make life better for the American people. If he were half the patriotic American he pretends to be, he would have insisted on it rather than holding on and pushing for even lower taxes and more profits, which is really all he does.
Yeah, but it's all tied up in his businesses, so it's not really that he has an account with like $400 billion on it, man. So if he needs the money, he needs to sell stuff and he needs to maybe destroy the businesses he got, right? I mean, you can't blame him for like giving the country $100 billion. It would be patriotic, I guess. Depends on what they're gonna do with the money.
Een nieuw kunstgebied.
You either tell me I don't want to be with you, or that's it.
Break
Like a
from you.
vacation?
No, I need a break from you.
From me.
Yeah.
A break.
Lol. He almost his voice feels, sounds like he's scared of her or something. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? So she's mentally maybe abusing him, right? It's possible. Sometimes you see it.
Like
Yeah,
you
that's
need
what I just
space, a break.
Some guys can be really scared of women. Yeah. I mean, when you're younger, when I was young, I sort of had the same thing, right? Then you sort of look up to women and you want them to like you and all that stuff. So they have like a certain power over you.
Break.
Why you keep repeating it? That's what I just said.
There's no break. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And once we break, it's the end. There's no beginning all over again, starting all over again, coming back. There's nothing like that. You either tell me I don't want to be with you, or
That's what he's saying.
that's it.
What?
That's it. There's it's I want to. How do you ask me to be your fiance and then all of a sudden now you need a break?
Because I just need it.
Okay, well then we can end it. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. Like, I don't understand. I have no problem in leaving and ending. I'm not breaking nothing. There's no restart.
Yeah, just go separate and whatever. Bye.
Batista just became a sheriff and it went down like this. Batista has been living in Tampa for over 20 years. And
Next
due to his
video.
dedication...
Als je in deze houding slaapt, maak je je lichaam...
Did you say that you consider yourself a feminist?
Yes, I do.
Really great stuff.
How do you reconcile being a feminist, believing in gender equality, doing away with gender roles, but also demanding that men pay for first dates?
I think that you don't have to be on one extreme side or the other extreme side. You can kind of figure out the values that you believe in and believe in those values. I'm like creating this space where men don't get to like feel like the hero, like feel like they're leading. And I'm like, I do want a man like that. So that means I need to take a step back.
But do you believe in gender equality?
I believe in fairness.
Why would it be unfair to go 50-50?
It's technically you're doing the same thing, but in the relationship that I want, I don't want to do that.
I mean, do you believe in gender equality?
Yes, but I think that women should have the opportunity to do what they want to do.
Well, I guess just as a feminist, why do you support a...
I mean, the same argument can be used for males, so I feel like that's I could need the opportunity to do what I want to do. But I'm not a female. I'm not born a female, and I'm attractive, so therefore I'm not privileged. Attractive females have easy life. They're born privileged, man. They have an easy life if they want to. They can do almost whatever they want.
A rather patriarchal traditional belief of men paying for a woman's time.
I don't believe that it is a patriarchal belief. I think it's based off energy.
Did you say that you consider yourself a feminist?
Yes, I do.
How do you reconcile being a feminist, believing in gender equality, doing away with gender roles, but also demanding that men pay for first dates?
I think that you don't have to be on one extreme side or the other extreme side. You can
it's the video again. Okay, bye.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You scared me to death.
Most of these are staged. It's so obvious.
What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How are you able to survive without working?
VA disability.
Really? You're a veteran?
Yeah.
What branch?
Marine Corps.
Okay. You ever go to battle?
The only thing I battled was gay thoughts, and that was about it.
Wow. In that case, that deserves a Medal of Honor.
If there was any country you could wipe off the earth, which one would it be?
Great question. Yeah, you.
Israel.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're back, everybody. We'll take a little commercial break there.
With that hair and nose, you're going to pick Israel?
No way, that's going on Netflix.
Maybe on Al Jazeera, but not. What do you do for work?
Nothing.
In Morocco, what's going on with you? It's horrible here. The police here is running over protesters and they killed one person and broke the legs of another. What? Again, people here are protesting because they want better healthcare and education. After 8 women died at a public hospital, the same public hospital. But instead of spending money on healthcare and education, our government is spending money on World Cup stadiums. And that's why our people are fed up. But it's been going since Saturday, right? So today's the 4th day? Yeah, and the 4th day became the most violent yet. Like there were fights with the police, and a post office was smashed, and cars were set on fire, and protesters are getting charged with crimes. There's a guy who got arrested while holding his toddler daughter. So the situation here is getting worse and
Wist je dat de snoepwinkel van vroeger... In the 90s there was a song by Brooks and
Dusty Slay, the comedian. He can be funny. He always does like this.
Dunn called Hardworking Man. Big fan of that, Hardworking Man. And I don't know if you've heard that one before, but I'd like to tell you about it. I'd like to talk to you about it. He starts the song off, he says, I'm a hardworking man, you know? Just lays it out there for you. Let you know who he is, how he likes to work, you know? But he's singing, though, too. He's like, I'm a hard-working man, which is not a bad impression if you've never heard Brooks and Dunn. And then he says, I wear a steel hard hat. He wants you to know he takes safety very serious. Wears a hard hat, doesn't mess around with plastic and steel. Loves this
Part of
hat,
my
wears it all
friends.
the time. Then he says, I can ride, rope, hammer, and paint. 4 things that you don't really need a hard hat for. His coworkers are like, I don't know why you're wearing that hat again. But he says, I can hammer and paint, do things with my hands that most men can't. I'm like, I don't know. I think we can all hammer and paint. You would think a guy like this with this kind of work ethic, this kind of work attire, this list of skills, you'd think he'd be doing pretty well financially. But he goes on to say, I can't get ahead no matter how hard I try. I'm getting really good at barely getting by. And you're like, oh, dang, you know? So you get to the second verse, and the second verse he says, come Friday night, I like to party hard. And you're like, oh, I'm starting to see where this is going here. Starting to unravel a bit of the mystery here. Work hard to play hard. He said, I like to carry on with the Cadillac Cuties. He never really says what that is, but I think we could put it together, you know? I like to carry on with the Cadillac Cuties, spend my whole week's pay on some weekend beauty. I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's your problem right there. I think we can close this investigation here. I'd like to see this guy meet with a financial advisor, you know? He's like, I just can't seem to put any money away.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do this. They just work hard all week, and then they spend like all the money on alcohol, coke. It's like alcohol, cocaine, and whores, right? That's what they do. That's what they love.
Like, I'm a hardworking man. I wear a steel hard hat. I can ride, rope, hammer, and paint, but can't seem to put any money away. Financial advisor's like, I don't know, let's dig in. Let's see what we can find. Pulls up the report, gets to like page 1. He's like, oh, found it right here. A lot faster than I expected. It seems here you're spending everything you make in one night on some sort of a prostitute. In the 90s, there was a song by Brooks and Dunn called Hard.
Actually pathetic. These foul urges that run you. These natural foul urges that makes you want to fuck women and actually control you. If you think about it, you're just like you're a slave to your fucking urges. That's what you are. You don't really have a choice as a human being. You just think you do, but you don't.
When you imagine yourself up there, how do you look? Does the crown fit? Do all the lords and ladies simper and bow, the ones who sneered at you for years?
It's hard for them to simper and bow without heads.
A man with great ambition and no morals, I wouldn't bet against you.
And what would you do, my friend, if you found yourself sitting up there?
I must be one of the few men in this city who doesn't want to be king.
You must be one of the few men in this city who isn't a man.
I already thought he was gonna say something like that. Like he has no balls and a dick, right? This guy, the bald guy. So.
When they castrated you, did they take the pillow with the stones? I've always wondered.
Have you? Do you spend a lot of time wondering what's between my legs?
I picture a gash, like a woman's. Is that about right?
I am flattered, of course, to be pictured at all.
Must be strange for you, even after all these years. A man from another land, despised by most, feared by all.
Am I? That is good to know. Do you lie awake at night fearing my gash?
But you carry on, whispering in one king's ear and then the next. I admire you.
And I admire you, Lord Baelish. A grasper from a minor house with a major talent for befriending powerful men and women.
A useful talent, I'm sure you'd agree.
Here we stand, in mutual admiration and respect,
Playing our roles.
serving a new king.
Long may he reign. My king!
My king.
My lords.
Yeah, it's sort of a good scene. I enjoyed that.
Zijn we het uitgaan verleerd?
You accidentally left $1 in my hand.
They brought him back after the disastrous Biden years to do for them again what he had shown himself able to deliver to them the first time. That's why we have him. The people who run this country are not interested in the culture wars he performs. They don't even want the tariffs he imposes. That's all political theater to distract us, to focus us elsewhere while he gets down to business. And what's the business? Number one, the tax cut of 2017 was to expire at the end of this year. That's in 6 months. So the first thing they're doing right now in the Senate is passing a bill that extends those tax cuts indefinitely into the future. And the second thing is to add even more tax cuts to corporations and the rich.
Of course, more exploiting the citizens of America and the world, more money to the top.
Everyone should know this, by the way. Everyone everywhere in the world. If you're bitten or stung by something with venom, if you want to track how it is affecting your body and how it's spreading, take a Sharpie and circle the redness.
What the fuck is a Sharpie?
And puffy area as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Wait an hour and circle it again. Wait another hour and circle it again. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. If you can see that it's growing and spreading, it means you're having a reaction to the venom. If it stays that size, like, you know, when we get a bee sting, you get a big red welt, right? If that continues to grow, it means that you're having a reaction to that venom and you need antihistamine.
Did Michael J. White say that Bruce Lee was a great fighter in terms of the movie?
I swear, every time.
Give me a break.
So some people just really just, they have a really big mouth in the comments, man. Why don't you just start an OnlyFans already? Nobody wants your disgusting fucking emo blankets. Big guy, big guy. Oh, this looks really nice, actually. Okay, that's it, guys. Bye. Have a beautiful time.